A lot of Marvel news dropped last week, but it's all just confirming stuff that we've known for a long time that is ultimately, let's be completely honest, it's going to be dead on arrival by the time it does eventually hit theaters. Like, yeah, okay, cool. They do this whole throwback thing, and I also find it hilarious that they make official the Fantastic Four announcement on Valentine's Day, the same day that their Marvel brethren over there at Sony Pictures decides to release Madam Web in order to drown out any kind of attraction that they could have got with searchability by just dropping Marvel's first family, was that third reboot casting. And well, it's exactly what we've known for a while. Eddie from Stranger Things is going to be the Human Torch. The guy with the incomprehensibly complex names is going to be the Thing. Vanessa Kirby is the Invisible Woman, and Pedro Pascal is going to be one of the most regrettable castings that Marvel has ever made by the time 2025 rolls around. Don, what do you mean by that? Oh, we'll get into it. Trust me. But Christopher Nolan recently, why are we going with Christopher Nolan first things first? Oh, because he's about to win an Oscar, and Marvel's not even going to come back to sniffing any of those? Fantastic. Recently proclaimed that his decision to hire Robert Downey Jr. to play Tony Stark in Iron Man, proclaimed the decision to hire. It's like, he had nothing to do with that. It was one of the most consequential casting decisions that have ever been made in the history of the movie business. Yeah, because it was incidentally, like, they didn't anticipate it at the time. They were just hoping to get this one novel idea out of Hollywood. Make a good movie. That's all they wanted to do to begin with the first Iron Man, which still stands as, if not the best, top 3 at worst for me. Like the original Iron Man from 2008. I'd have to run it right up against the first Avengers, but yeah, no, it's my personal favorite. By the end of the decade, the same might be said for 4 actors who are cast as the titular superheroes in Marvel's The Fantastic Four: Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, and Ebon Moss-Bachrach. Like Downey, all of these actors had recent experiences with big budget productions. We'll circle back around to Pedro Pascal. Vanessa Kirby in the 2 most recent Mission Impossible films. Fallout, well regarded as one of the best action films, and well, Dead Reckoning, it was received so well it's no longer a part 1. Quinn with, yes, Stranger Things, and Moss-Bachrach with Andor. Ooh. Well, and for the people that watched Andor, regarded as the best Disney Star Wars product ever throughout their entire tenure of holding the license, but not very many people watched it. But also, like Downey, none of them have headlined their own studio action blockbuster before signing up with Marvel. But that's not true. By the time that Pascal is ultimately the world's smartest man, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, he will be a leading man, okay? For as bad as it is right now, and as predictable, safe, and annoying as having Pedro Pascal cast in everything, because everybody really liked Oberyn Martell in season 4, the last season of Game of Thrones, before it became the Dragon Show. Everybody who thought that the bisexual from down south was, this very layered and complex character. Oh, he's got cool robes and he fights with a spear. He had one really good speech. Cool, just like everything else in Game of Thrones. It was better in the books anyways. No, he's gonna be headlining. Haven't got concrete dates for that, but know that it's on the way. He's gonna be starring in Mandalorian and Grogu. That's the official name of that pile of shit that's eventually going to be coming out. And yes, The Last of Us, he was in that last year. And by the time 2025, because that's when this is coming out, we'll get to official dates and a whole bunch of other Marvel sludge that is coming out next year, because right now in 2024, there's a couple of other things coming out this year. One on the animated side, one on the live action television side of things, the streaming service side. And then in the theaters, just Deadpool and Wolverine. But oh boy, they're going to be making up for that. And once again, learning from 0 of their mistakes. Oh, we put out way too much product. So instead, what are we going to do in 2025? Put out all of the product. Oh, great. Don't worry, it looks like they're rectifying a lot of the big problems by putting a bunch of the hacks that caused all the problems that they're currently in right now back into positions of power, but we'll get to that in due time. But okay, cool, you see the picture that's right there, obviously. And there it is, full, and that was the announcement picture that was out there, and you can draw away, or you can draw a couple of different things that are there, obviously. Oh, it's going to have the cool, guys, it's going to have the cool 60s aesthetic, and that's going to set everything apart, and that's going to make it all great. great. And how people are drawing that away, it's like, obviously, it's got certain cartoon flair to it, but you've also got an LBJ Time magazine cover that's on there that came out in 1963. So that's where a lot of people are getting the 1960s aesthetic from. But how is that all supposed to work together? Because there's some other leaks that are coming out, but we'll get to that in a moment, because we're going to be back to the exact same problems that we were in 21, 22, and then it definitely came to a head in 2023. If you think that this whole 1 year off, technically speaking, in regards to superheroes is going to be enough to cool everybody's apathy towards superheroes and then just flood everybody's senses with the rebooted DCU in 2025, and then just go into outer space with a retooled Phase 5 that finally has some sort of direction. Everything that's going to be kicked off thanks to, yes, Deadpool and Wolverine, because, okay, here's the writing team, which is ultimately, that's going to be the make or break team. Those are going to be the names that are going to be behind the scenes that are going to be able to navigate the TVA and tell a compelling story. Which, guess what? This is going to end up working into the larger MCU going forward, for better or for worse. How are you going to reconcile this verified R-rated film with the rest of the PG-13 stuff? It's not going to work. It's really not going to work because, okay, here's the writing team. Ryan Reynolds, yeah, he's credited because a lot of his stuff as Deadpool, well, it's ad-libbed, so yeah, he's going to get a writing credit on it. Of course, he also has a producer's credit, so yes, he's intensely involved in the development of this, so yeah, it could be good. It has a higher propensity, or it has a higher potential of being good, as opposed to the rest of the stuff that has come out in recent years. Sean Levy, who is the director and close confidant of, Ryan Reynolds, worked with him on several different projects. And then here comes the lesser known people. Okay, Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick worked on Deadpool and Zombieland. If you watched the first one, you like the first one, well, okay, those are some familiar faces. Means that it could be good. And Zombieland, at least the original, I know that one was well regarded. I didn't see either of those films, but I know their reputation does precede them. So maybe that means something good's going to be coming out. But then he got Zeb Wells, who worked on Robot Chicken, okay? At least it's not Rick and Morty this time around, who Marvel loves to pilfer from. And, She-Hulk. Oh boy, there's the mark of failure. Are there so many cooks in the kitchen? Like, obviously, okay, you got the director and you got the star. Okay, those credits that are right there, but three people to work on this? You really need that many cooks in the kitchen? Okay, because that's what ended up sinking previous installments, by having people that were not qualified for the positions, who were a part of verified failures. And, well, is Marvel learning from those failures? Well, no, of course not, because everything after Deadpool, well, we've got concrete release dates, because on top of the Fantastic Four casting announcement, we also got release dates, concrete release dates, at least for the time being, when it comes for their next, not one, not two, but 4 releases in 2025. So it starts off the year in blackety black month, Valentine's Day 2025, with Captain Black America Man, Brave New World, which is getting reshot from toes to titties this year. Is going to be ready for February? Yeah, it's not going to be another rush production that everybody's going to look at and go, what an abomination. At least there's enough of a gap between that and, Falcon and the Winter Soldier to hopefully make everybody forget how terrible that was. But we don't even know who's going to be a part of this. Okay, so you got, Anthony Mackie, Danny Ramirez, Harrison Ford as the recast Thunderbolt Ross, because the original Thunderbolt Ross passed away. So they decided, you know what we should do? We should cast somebody who's in his 80s. Okay, great. Liv Tyler. Oh, Liv Tyler. Okay, well, that's all right. Seth Rollins. We don't even know if old Colby Lopez is going to be in that recut or the reshoots, but okay. And then it's going to be directed by Julius Ona. You know what else he worked on before? You know what else he was the director of? The Cloverfield Paradox. Oh boy, not exactly a winner that's right there, but we don't even know. Yep, we don't know what the plot's about. We've read some leaks before, and, well, interesting. But yeah, May 2nd, you get the Thunderbolts. And can you name everybody in that picture right there? No, exactly. There's your big team up film. There's your Marvel Suicide Squad parallel. Oofta. and Jake Schreier. Jake Schreier has been the director. I'm doing a little bit of off-screen research on this one. Oh, he's going to be directing 8 episodes of the upcoming Skeleton Crew. Oh, you excited for that animated Star Wars film? That definitely sets him up for Thunderbolts. He also directed Justin Bieber music videos. Oh, a couple of Kanye West music videos. Fantastic. Oh, written by the likes of Eric Pearson. Eric Pearson, who did such great stuff like, okay, Thor Ragnarok. Okay, the Thor Ragnarok. People liked the comedy, at least at the time on that one. Okay, and Godzilla vs. Kong and, Black Widow. Buddy. Okay, so not great. Not great. Okay, and then we got, yes, Fantastic Four dropping out July 25th. July 25th. Director of this one, Matt Shakman, who has worked on such great projects like 84 episodes of Billions, well regarded. A couple of episodes, was that season 6 of Game of Thrones? Okay. 32 episodes of The Boys. 9 episodes. Oh, okay, so he was the director behind WandaVision. Y'all remember that one being so great. Welcome to Chippendales. Right, that was on Hulu. Disgusting. So, okay, somebody who really knows how to hop on a hot hand and then also drive a Marvel product into the ground. Fantastic stuff. Who's writing this piece of garbage? Jeff Kaplan. He wrote 48 episodes of Atom TV, ATOM TV, well regarded, 6.5 on IMDb back in 2008, 2010. Oh, Bert and Arnie's Guide to Friendship back in 2013. And then the last time he was credited as a writer was The Last of the Great Romantics in 2014. None of those well received, but hey, you know what? Hey, they can't all be winners, okay? But then also Josh Friedman. Josh Friedman worked on the script for 2005's War of the Worlds and Avatar, The Way of Water. Boy, great. And then, we don't even know if this one's going to be coming out, but Blade in November 7th, to be precise, where there's not even a script done for that one. There's rumors that Mahershala Ali is just done with this production and he's just looking to dip at the earliest point of convenience, because this has also been written by some people who have worked on Watchmen. Not the Zack Snyder movie, okay, but the TV show that came out not that long ago that was on HBO that was so good it got canceled after the first season. So you're wondering why everybody just can't make this film work. And yeah, Yann Damage, he's the 4th different director that has been attached to this very cursed project. Marvel hasn't learned anything. They just continue to think that we'll just throw money at something, we'll just hire famous people, and eventually something will end up working. Don't worry, guys, because by the end of 2025, when it's fully and obvious that everybody is just totally done with superheroes, Deadpool, Wolverine, which one? Spooderman, which there's not even a contract. There's not even an idea. There's apparently, they're working on Spider-Man 4, right? Reed Richards, Captain America, Black Falcon Man, Shang-Chi, and Black Panther. Don't you mean Shuri? Or are they going to actually recast Black Panther? Will reportedly be the leads heroes in Avengers, the Kang Dynasty. The Kangless Dynasty at this point in time. The TVA are also supposed to be playing a huge role in this film. Marvel Studios' Deadpool and Wolverine will play a big part going into Kang Dynasty. Oh, no. So, okay, the TVA, an R-rated Deadpool movie that's already pilfering off of Fox, a bunch of characters that don't even have a movie in development, but trust us, guys, Spider-Man 4 and Shang-Chi 2 will also directly set up the Avengers, but the scripts are rumored to be in progress. But Kang Dynasty is also supposed to have a concrete release date, guys, of May 1st, 2026. Holy shit, Marvel is so goddamn screwed. So get excited for Fantastic Four, and if you aren't totally convinced, well, there's the X-Men that we can pilfer, and we definitely aren't going to make an Abomination, especially, and it's a soon-to-release cartoon show, right? Right? They couldn't possibly do that. No? Oh. So with all of that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.